Hi, everyone. Are you a mom going through this process and realizing that you don't like who you've become anymore? Like you've changed so much for the negative during this process due to all the stress that you don't even like who you've become? We're going to talk about that today because I definitely was in those shoes. So, for those of you that are new here, my name is Sally Harris, and this channel exists because I am a firm believer that every mom deserves a support system during this difficult time. And I walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years. And while her life was spiraling out of control, mine did the same. And it does not have to be that way. And so let's talk about this topic because when building your own character, and because how important that is, because when we look in the mirror, we realize, who am I? Like, how did I get here? What kind of habits or what am I putting in my body? What am I hanging around with? What am I doing that has changed who I am? Now, we all know the amount of stress that you are under at times is overwhelming, right? And so when we are under a lot of stress, we make poor habits. We make poor habits, we make poor choices. So let's talk about two things here. So number one is start eliminating the things that don't serve you. Okay. For example, food and alcohol. And I say those two because those were my things. And I know I've talked to hundreds of moms and worked with them. And I know that a lot of that food is almost always the common denominator, alcohol for many. And so I'm just throwing those out there because I want you to think about that. Like, what are the choices that you're making that don't serve you? And this is something where if you look at, okay, I had always consumed alcohol, but more on a normal level, and realized that I needed it every day. I got to the point where I was consuming so much that I had to have it every day, right? So that wasn't serving me well. That was destroying my emotional health. It was destroying my physical health, and actually caused, it's a depressant, but caused more anxiety during the day and depression at night. That's how it affected me. So I encourage you to take a look at those things and take inventory of that. Like, what can I eliminate that is not serving me? And then secondly is, who are you hanging out with? And I've talked about this many times, but we need to be intentional about who those people are. I've recently talked about how, we want to always be hanging out. We want to kind of be in the middle. We want to be surrounding ourselves with people who have already walked the road that we are on that can help us. And we also want to be around people that maybe they're on that road, but they need a little bit of help, right? There's a time and a place where you can do that. But if you're in the thick of the thick of the thick, then you need to focus on yourself at this time, right? You'll get to a point where you'll be able to help someone else up. But right now, if that's you, then you need to focus on the people who are ahead of you, the people that have already walked the road, and also hanging out with people who have like-minded interests, positive influences, people that maybe you have something in common with, hobbies or whatnot. Those are the people, because when you're hanging out with people that are going to bring you down. So for me, if I was hanging out with people who were drinking, that didn't serve me, right? I drank more. So I needed to lessen the time that I spent going to those types of events or going to, even people's homes. So just keep that in mind, because you really need to take inventory of what is working and what isn't working. Because in your heart of hearts what's not working. You may not be ready to give it up, but it starts with the inventory. And that's okay. So I hope that helps. And we are currently just getting our membership off the ground here in July. So I'm super excited. We had our first couple meetings and it's going fantastic. And I'm super excited about that. I started with a small group and we do have a couple spots left. If you're interested in the membership, you can email me at my email below and we can set up a time to talk more about that. I look forward to hearing from you. Currently, the membership is going to be a lot of things in the future. I'm starting out with 2 group coaching sessions per week. And they are on Monday and Thursday evenings. And so if you're interested in that, I look forward to talking to you. So you take care.